Hello, it's the Saturday Speakie, and what have I got to talk about today? A few things. Some thank yous first. First of all, a thank you to William of Arcade USA. SVT512 is his YouTube channel. He invited me onto the podcast that he is part of, the Colecovisions Podcast. On there I recorded a clip where I talk about my ColecoVision experiences, memories, thoughts and stuff, and it is on the podcast. Link to it down there. Do check that out, because I'm on it. So thank you to William for inviting me on there. Now, Christmas came last week, very early, yeah, and so I have some thank yous. First, 9/11 Gamer Steve, good name. Bailey's going to start barking while I'm doing this. Thank you, Bay. Yeah, he sent me this, which I've had a quick go at and found very cool, and I will be doing videos of, well, the things I'm about to show you. So, Solar Striker for the Game Boy. It's a shoot 'em up. It's cool. There will be an upcoming video. Big thank you to 9/11 Gamer Steve for very generously donating that. And then Stu, Ninja Bear Hug, said he got a load of extras, ones he'd got duplicates of, whatever, and would I like them? And I had no idea. Firstly, I didn't know what they were, and secondly, I didn't know how many there were. So massive big thank you to Stu. Again, link down there to his channel. All these people, do check them out, because they are very cool people. Yeah. Hiya Steve, just been having a clear out and can't be bothered selling on these days. eBay is a pain in the arse, and I'd rather just donate them to a good home where they can be played badly. Well, I can guarantee you they'll be played badly. So, let me show you what he gave me, because I'm chuffed to bits, which kind of goes without saying. I need to make some room here, because it's... what do we got? I'm peering over my glasses, because though I'm short-sighted, I can't see close up looking through them. So anyone who's wondering, why is he doing that? It's because I can't see. Soccer. Focus. Can you see that? Maybe not. It is called Soccer. It is on the Game Boy. Tasmania on the Game Boy. I played Tasmania on the Master System and absolutely loved it, so I very much look forward to playing that. I also look forward to playing this. I haven't yet. I'll tell you what's been going on soon. Anyway, Galaxian and Galaga on the Game Boy. I love both of those games, so that'll be good. Top Ranking Tennis on the Game Boy. I like a good tennis game. We will find out how good this is. It's on the Game Boy, obviously. I do like a good tennis game. Something about, I think it's just, they're easy. You know what you're doing with a tennis game. You pick it up, you play. And if you're me, you play badly, but nevertheless, you enjoy it. Trying to keep these in. Right, okay. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for the Game Boy Advance? I don't know what this is going to be like. That'll be interesting. I played Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on the PS1 and had to take it down for content ID, but I had a real laugh doing it. I mean, for as long as the video was up, it was quite good because I just ripped the piss out of it. What is this? X versus Siva. I don't know what that is. I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly or anything. We'll call it X versus Siva because yeah. Sonic Advance on the GBA. These are all GBA. I've never played this. I've got a Sonic the Hedgehog game on the GBA, but it's a conversion or emulation of the Mega Drive game, and it runs badly. It's too slow, which is a shame because it looks good. So we'll see what that's like. 007, yeah, 007 Everything or Nothing. Don't know anything about this either, so that'll be interesting on the GBA. Now then, oh, we've got more. Perfect Dark for the Game Boy Color. I know nothing of this. It's got a battery in it, or it will have when I put one in. It's got a slot for a battery. So, Rumble Pack maybe? I have no idea. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's got a Rumble Pack. That will be very interesting. So, I like Rumble Packs, and it's a novelty on something like a Game Boy Color. I know nothing about this. I've heard the name. That'll be interesting. Here we go, I've found some more Game Boy stuff. Donkey Kong on the Game Boy. Let's just open that up so you can see it. Donkey Kong. Now I know a bit about this one because it starts out like traditional Donkey Kong and then changes, and you get more. Yeah, I never heard of that one. Yeah, Tetris. It's a classic, isn't it? Gotta love Tetris. And you know what? I've never done a video of it. So, I will do a video of that. I'm going to do videos of all of these because I think it's only right. Now we have some N64. WWF No Mercy. This looks like it's from the era when I used to watch WWF. More than that I don't know, so we'll give that a go. I've got some WWF games here. Well, I keep telling myself one of these days I'll do a WWF, WWE season of wrestling games, but I never quite get around to it. Carmageddon 64. I played Carmageddon very recently on my Android channel, and I enjoyed it. I was incredibly bad at it, but you would expect that. Hence why it's called Playing Android Badly, the channel. Yeah, I've never seen this, don't know what to expect, except that it will be Carmageddon, which will be a laugh. Fighter's Destiny on the N64. I know nothing of this, no idea what to expect, but we will give that a go. I expect it's a fighting game with a name like Fighter's Destiny. Star Wars on the NES. Looking forward to trying this. I love Star Wars. I am not a fan of the NES, so it'll be interesting. I know this, I believe this is a highly regarded game. And I haven't had my NES out for ages, because I haven't got many games on it, and I've done videos of all of them, so it'll be good to get it out again. That just sounds dodgy, doesn't it? I'm going to get it out and play with it. Sorry. Moving on. Some PSP games. Let's start here. What's his name? Arthur McLean's Mercury. Very highly regarded puzzle game. I've never played it. I've heard about it. I nearly bought it. This was like a launch title for the PSP back when the PSP was launched. Yeah. Highly regarded, I know. Never played it, so looking forward to trying that. Brothers in Arms, D-Day. I don't know what it's like. It looks like, is it first person? Could well be. World War II. I like that kind of thing. I played, it looks a bit like one of the Medal of Honor games that I played on the PS2 quite a few years ago, which I really enjoyed. It looks similar, so I'm looking forward to that. That'll get a good playing. And then R-Type Command. Well, I like R-Type. R-Type doesn't like me. It kicks my ass every time I try it. And I never get more than a few, well, I wouldn't say levels in. I don't think I ever even reach the first boss. Or if I do, I don't pass it. I don't know how this will compare with the R-Type that I'm familiar with, but it'll be good fun finding out. And needless to say, you'll get to see it. Now, Dino Crisis on the PS1. No, Dino Crisis 2 on the PS1. I don't know anything about this, except I expect there are dinosaurs in it. I can't really tell from the pictures on the back. There's a woman with a big gun, and a bloke behind her with not such a big gun, and pictures of things that with my dodgy eyesight I can't quite make out. But we'll have fun finding out. The Incredibles on the game... Is it? Yes, it's the GameCube. I saw the film and I was surprised because I liked it. I thought when I put it on it was just like, oh well, I've got nothing else to watch, let's watch this. And I genuinely liked it. So this will be very interesting to give a whirl and see what that's like. Metal Slug 3 on the Xbox. I like this game a lot. That's all I can say about that. So that'll kick my ass. But I'll enjoy it very much. And then also on the Xbox, Defender for All Mankind. Well, this I guess is a 3D remake, kind of, or reinterpretation. I don't know. It's Defender. I love Defender. Quite how they've done it remains to be seen. I look forward to finding out. And then we've got some PC Engine games here. I haven't played a PC Engine game in quite a long while. They were some of the first I did, and I played my whole collection and got through them all quite quickly. So more cool. I'm looking forward to. What's this one called? Second Bout. Looks like a beat 'em up. More than that, I don't know. And then it gets more difficult because I have no idea what that's called. And then I have no idea what that's called either, because it's in Japanese. Because my PC Engine is Japanese. It's not the TurboGrafx 16 variant. It's the proper white, little tiny, gorgeous PC Engine. Train of thought just fell over off the rails, down the embankment, landed in a river, everyone drowned. I've said that before, but I liked it so much I thought I'd say it again. So yeah, massive, big thanks to Stu, Ninja Bear Hug. Link to his channel down there. And expect to see a large proportion of these games played in the near future. These and the these games, Solar Striker, very generously sent by 911 Gamer, and indeed Wolfenstein, which I said I would play last week and I didn't get round to. That will get a playing as well, because I do, when people send me games, I do think they deserve a playing and a video making, and I do my very best to play at least some, even when I don't manage to play all. I'm going to make a mess of this trying to put these back in here. So yeah, I kind of touched on at the start of that video, I think, did I? I'm not sure. Yeah, whatever. I've not been quite so interactive, shall we say, in responding to comments this week, and my apologies for that, and I will explain why. My mother-in-law has been in hospital. She fell down and hurt herself a bit, and she's 85. Doing really well for an 85-year-old, but I'm spending quite a bit of time around her place taking care of her, really, making sure she takes her pills and eats plenty and drinks plenty and helping her around the place. So that takes a chunk of my time, and it's been leaving me with a bit less time for responding to comments. I am still reading all of them, and I reply when I get the chance, but if you've commented and I have not replied, my apologies. I have read what you've written and I appreciate all the comments. Thought I'd better clear that up. So if I'm less interactive than you used to, that is why. But I am trying to fit as much in terms of replying as I can. Now, moving on. Did I have another topic? I kind of do. Oculus Rift and Ouya. Both Kickstarter things, and this is kind of... The Ouya is struggling, it's not doing well. people received their what was it, like donators or contributors editions. When you like contributed a certain amount of money to the Kickstarter project, you got your Ouya, and some people have bought them and they're not doing well. Their reputation is poor, build quality is poor, they're kind of a little bit anemic in terms of power, and yeah, they're based on Android, but it's kind of a restricted Android in that you don't have the full access to the Android shop, or you didn't. I don't know if they've changed that since, but anyway, it was a very, very exciting concept when they started, and now it's just like, meh. My view being, I've got an Android tablet and I can hook it into my TV and I can plug a joypad into it. Why would I need an Ouya? I've got access to more software and it's got a touch screen on it. So to me, having that, an Ouya makes no sense. And I think a lot of people are kind of viewing it the same way, and it's not doing well. And Ouya, I think, are now getting a little bit desperate, because they have said they're going to make the Ouya operating system available to run on other Android hardware. Now, I don't know, is this going to run as an app? Ouya compatibility as an app? Or is it going to be a replacement operating system where you take your tablet and you overwrite Android with the Ouya version of Android? If that's the case, I think they're absolutely barking mad, because why would you take a really good functional operating system and overwrite it with something that's inferior for the sake of maybe a few games that you can't play already? To me, that's just crazy. And I think all of this is possibly part of the whole Kickstarter phenomena, one of them, something. Crowdfunding is a great way of funding a good idea. But sometimes things that start out as a good idea stop being a good idea very quickly. And crowdfunding, yeah, they got a lot more than they actually wanted. But did it turn out to be enough in the end, even though they got more than they wanted? Because development seemed to take a while. The end result, the quality is not great, and the end product, by the time it came out, is out of date. So that's one way it can go. When it remains pretty much entirely crowdfunded, a good idea just can kind of wither up and just fade away. And then you've got the Oculus Rift, also crowdfunded. And it was kind of going along at its own pace, being developed in a way that people were getting very, very excited about. And I did wonder, is there a risk here? Is this going to fizzle out before it comes to market, before it gets a chance of showing what it can do? And hey, presto, Facebook have jumped on board. Basically, well, they bought the company because they want the product, so they bought the whole company. And the idea is that the Rift will be developed by Oculus as a separate company and a separate product to its conclusion in terms of gaming, PC gaming, I believe. It's not going to be on the PS4. I don't think it's going to be on any of the consoles. It's a PC thing. They're going to take that to where they originally planned to take it, and then Facebook are going to kind of, this is as I understand it, see what else they can do with it. I don't know what could Facebook possibly want to do with it. It has the potential to be very interesting. Here's the thing, I worried that the Rift would fizzle out in the way that you did. Great idea, but by the time it hits market, well, Sony are doing their thing and Microsoft have said they're doing one as well. And maybe the Oculus Rift would have fizzled out before it had a chance. Through lack of funding. Funding is necessary for development, and it might just have ground to a halt. So Facebook have plowed the money in there. With £2 billion, I believe it is. That's a lot of money. That will pay for a heck of a lot of development and get it done quite quickly, I would think. But it's Facebook, and people don't really like Facebook. It's one of those things, we almost all use it. I use it. I don't like it. It's intrusive and people behave like twats and do things that annoy me with it, and I block them. But yeah, I don't like it. And there are developers, publishers, whatever, who've been doing stuff for the Oculus Rift who've pulled out. The chap who does Minecraft, he was doing an Oculus Rift version and he's like, whoa, I don't want anything to do with Facebook, and he's pulled out. So it's a tricky one in terms of, is big money investment from corporations a good thing when it comes to Kickstarter projects, because they can, without big external investment, there is the risk they'll be too slow, underdeveloped, you'll get an anemic, underdeveloped product that will fail. You know, good idea to begin with, but it just didn't have the oomph to live up to its promise. You could go that way, stay independent and risk fizzling out, or take the big bucks when they're offered and sell your soul, maybe. I mean, the guy is the design, or guy, isn't it? But I guess there's a company there, crowdsourced and then bought out for megabucks. That's good business. Is it going to be a good product? We'll have to wait and see, really. I mean, it doesn't matter that much to me anyway, because it's a PC product. So I'm just interested to sit back and watch and see what happens. I don't use a PC for gaming. When it comes to gaming, I am very, very interested in what Sony do with their thing. I can't remember what it's called. I don't have a PS4 at the moment, so it's neither here nor there. But it's one of those things in the future. I would love it to take off. I would love virtual reality on the consoles and computers to take off, because I love that kind of thing. I like 3D. I like my Virtual Boy. I think people who own the Virtual Boy like it, but you know, it's one of those things. Back in the day, people were like, oh, this is a piece of crap. So it didn't sell. And it was very flawed, but I love it. I never tried any of those virtuality virtual reality things back in the late 80s. I never got to have a go, or were they in the 90s, whatever. Never got to have a go. So the Oculus Rift and the Sony thing in particular, I am very, very interested to see where they go. Facebook involvement, dodgy, isn't it? But they need, I think they need the money. I think Oculus need that money to make the product. So we'll just see where that goes. That is about all I've got to talk about. Is it another short one? I don't know how long I've been sitting going blah, not a clue. What is coming up? Well, it was going to be more of the same, which would have been more Sega stuff, and I will still get, I'm still going to go through that eventually, but I'm putting it on hold at the moment, because having been so generously given all of these games that I've just showed you, this week coming up, well, I'm going to do Wolfenstein first, because I've had that. Dean gave me that, it arrived here a couple of weeks ago. It's about time I did a video of that. I said I would, and I will. And then it will be these other games. Yeah. Not necessarily all of them, but possibly. We will see, because I'm going to have to get out assorted different systems to play them all. But I know damn well I'm going to enjoy every moment doing it, and it always just... It's like I said, Christmas came early. There were things that happened earlier this week that quite could have bothered me, but there was so much... These things just like turned the whole day, week, whatever around, and it's like, yeah, I don't care about that nonsense that's going on. This is cool. Yeah, so big thank you to Steve and Stu. You made my week. Anything else happening? Can't think of anything. There's something I want to do on my Benway's World channel. Actually, there are two things I want to do, because I want to do. I was going to show all the stuff that I've got stashed away in my car, because Patama sent me this doofer thing, cool kind of emergency survival in your car thing, and I want to show that, and I've been meaning to for ages and I haven't got around to it. And I was going to fit that into a showing you everything that's in my car, because she showed us what's in her car, and that was fun to watch. And I want to do another video talking about statins, because there's been a big hoo-ha in the media at the moment about the people who make statins saying, oh, they're the greatest thing, and there's a study that says, well, maybe they're not, and blah, blah, blah. And I have a point of view on this subject, because I have been on statins in the past, and I have an opinion, and it's quite a strong one. So those on Benway's World coming up soon-ish. Also a live show soon-ish. I do still intend to do a test. I did one a few weeks ago, and I want to do another one. I've got a new camera now. It's capable apparently of widescreen 720p. The audio on it sucks, but I've got a mic that I'll have plugged in. Anyway, I'm going to do a test of that fairly soon, because 10,000 subscriber milestone is approaching quite rapidly. About 40 away from that. Subscribe, damn it! Yeah. All of that and more, probably, coming up. That'll do. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up button. I upload videos daily, so go ahead and hit subscribe if you'd like to see more. To all those who've already subscribed, I'd just like to say a great big thank you.